born from trophies. They're born out from schools ascending to new heights at the same time and finding the other guy standing in the way of their ultimate goal. It's time to find out who's going to get run over this time. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Volunteers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida's offense will go on the attack first. The Big Orange won last year's meeting in a very tight battle.
Really impressed with how Tennessee played in that game too, Reese, because it seemed like whenever they needed a big play, especially late, they were able to come away and get that. So they know the Gators are coming into this one very motivated after that close loss. This time around, can Tennessee step up again in the biggest moments?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. Turning it on! And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just pick the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up and throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Gators will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Tennessee's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off at the dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But Let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Pressure coming. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Vols are rolling down the field. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. Defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting a tone on this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And as he throws, incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here is the Tennessee offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. The end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught near the sideline. It's Washington. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're setting up the screen. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Gators line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Volunteers look to do some damage in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Moving away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Steps away. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications, too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Working the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the running back has it. Quick step and go. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 11 over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Vols send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. This time he's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking downfield very late in the half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, Florida-Tennessee never disappoints. We figured this could be a dynamite matchup all week, and it has delivered. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. 2 quarters to go. Time to find out who comes out on top, guys, between the Vols and Gators.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes after.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes it on the run. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Volunteer! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the returner will be knocked down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it at the 15. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something to do.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On to attempt the try.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 4 over Rutgers. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of the drive comes from the 22. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
He's got him. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Let's go! Let's go! On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Floats it out in space. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And the Vols will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown ball. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That is a defense defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. After the run, now to throw. Under fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Koch. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. He wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. A field goal is not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking for the score. Touchdown Gators! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, what a backbreaker for this defense. You do such a good job backing them up, making it fourth and goal, making it a long situation, and the offense comes through with the touchdown pass. That's just heartbreaking for this defense.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quick release on the RPO. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. You learn how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff. Rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.